You're watching TVC Breakfast. It's time for us to look at the headlines across Nigerian newspapers, and I have with me here one of our regulars to make sense of all of the headlines. Oladeinde Ariyo is here to do this with us. Good morning, and compliments of the season.
I didn't see your Christmas chicken.
The chicken.
Is it on the way?
The chicken. No, I think the chicken went round anyway. But what we'll do is that we'll have to order for fresh number of chickens so we can distribute. Maybe a goat this time. You deserve more than a chicken.
Give me a goat. It will cost me more money to prepare a job.
Well, you deserve more than a chicken. Good to see you, though. Good to see you.
How's the family?
Very fine. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the holiday.
By fire, by force. I did.
All right. Good to see you. Now let's get started with first news. First news says Electoral Act, Buhari won't sign bill, says Malami. Buhari won't sign bill, says Malami. That's the Minister of Justice. Now, Daily Times is next, and it says also on the Electoral Act amendment, MBF ex ACF ascribe taking or tackle Malami over Buhari's non-assent to of the bill. As a Middle Belt Forum and the Arewa Consultative Forum scribe tackle Malami over Buhari's non-assent of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill, or electoral Bill Amendment. Okay, that's Daily Times. This Nigeria is next and is focusing on insecurity. Bandits kill 7 in Zamfara, kidnap 32. Really terrible. Bandits kill 7 in Zamfara, kidnap 32. All right, that's this Nigeria. Let's go to leadership now. After investing billions, states lament lingering security challenges. After investing billions, states lament lingering security challenges. Lagos, Rivers, Borno, Imo are highest spenders on personnel, equipment, and logistics. All right, and he's talking about state police, the way out. Stakeholders are saying, all right, with all of this now, state police is the way to go. Okay, from there, let's go to Daily Independent. Daily Independent says low capacity COVID-19 curb aviation performance in 2021. Additional 30 aircraft expected in 2022. All right. Low capacity COVID-19 curb aviation performance in 2021. From there, let's go to Daily Trust. Daily Trust newspaper says COVID-19 experts harp on vaccination as cases surge. Experts harp on vaccination as cases surge. All right, that's the Daily Trust. Then let's move to Blueprint newspaper. Blueprint says, all right, it's focusing on the hijab wearing module, Miss Nigeria 2021. We will seek opinions of Islamic authorities and scholars. The Kano state government is saying this. Recall that the current Miss Nigeria is from Kano, and it is the first time we have a hijab wearing beauty queen winning in Nigeria. And a lot of people said this is beautiful, it's a good thing to encourage women, but there are perspectives and sides to it, you know. All right, that's Blueprint newspaper. From there, let's go to the Punch. The Punch newspaper says federal government plans 12 trillion naira fresh borrowing, public debt to hit 50 trillion naira by 2023. Federal government plans 12 trillion naira fresh borrowing and public debt to hit 50 trillion naira by 2023. Okay. Well, I believe, Oladeinde is chuckling in the studio. I guess he has some comments to make here regarding this. All right, that's the last one we're looking at now. So let's start with this. Federal government plans 12 trillion fresh borrowing and public debt to hit 50 trillion naira by 2023. The point there is, when we hear the government is borrowing and is about to borrow or has borrowed, a lot of Nigerians feel very uncomfortable. Why is that though? Because we assume that they borrow this to, you know, make Nigerian lives and economy and all of that better.
My little knowledge of economics tells me that if you are borrowing, you borrow to enhance production.
Yeah.
And when you enhance production, you increase productivity, and the revenue derivable also moves up. But this one that we are borrowing to build infrastructures, I don't understand, because they are not capable of repaying the loans. When you look at the amount we have expended on the railway against what is being charged, you know, the riders, you will be asking yourself, there's a defalcation, and how do we make up that difference? For instance,
there was even a report that the federal government had declared free rail services during the Yule time.
Yeah, that was during Yule time, and people were laughing and saying, what manner of gift is this? You know, because those few days that they said people should not pay, it will affect the income of the organization, and that is the reality, which will also in turn impact on the repayment plan, anyhow it is. For instance, as I was going to say, if we had borrowed money to build some modular refineries, and then they are in production, we're sure that when we sell the products, no more money will come in, and then we can begin to settle.
But a lot of people, when it comes to issues of modular refineries, a lot of people are saying government shouldn't even be the ones going into that anymore. They should attract private sector to handle that.
People that were licensed, where are they? I mean, let's be realistic. Government, we are saying government should not bother about these things. People who are licensed, where are they? To the best of my knowledge, there's one Oriental something, okay, that is on. I don't know how far they are going.
Oriental oil. No, I think they're operational.
Dangote refinery is the only one now that the whole lot of us were waiting for. The question is, when is it coming on stream? And it becomes for me a problem, because at the center of our crisis is our inability to refine our crude, expand our petrochemical industry, produce more products which we will be selling to the outside world, instead of selling crude and now going to buy kerosene, petrol, and all of that things. You see, it is worrisome that we cannot get around that problem year in, year out. Now, when we look at our budget for next year, a greater chunk of it is going into debt servicing, and the money too is going to be borrowed again. The little economics I did at the O levels didn't teach me all of these things, and I am sufficiently exposed enough to tell you that we're not doing it well.
You know, in economics where they say ceteris paribus,
all things can never be equal,
and all things can never.
Mirage. And you know, we fought that at my MBA class.
Okay.
And we told them, give me an instance where all things
were equal.
Yeah, just one instance. And the professor was like, he couldn't remember. Okay, we have 18 months to go, right? Start thinking from now. Maybe the last day that we'll be spending here, you will tell us. So we can't be, it's a dreamer's world. When you live, when you plan around all things being equal, all things can never be equal. Perfection is not part of arrangements here. But what do we try to do? Near perfection. And that makes sense. I mean, it's unfortunate, because again, why will the loan continue to increase? Are we not defraying some parts of it? Are we not defraying? Are we not supposed to be defraying some part of it and reduce the loan, even if we are going to be taking more? Say I borrowed 10 trillion now, and I've been able to pay 2 or 3 or 4, and I'm taking another 2. Yeah, you can identify with that, but we don't seem to. We don't even know the repayment plan.
Yeah, but the point there is, at least we hear of different infrastructure that the government is embarking on. Besides the rail, there are lots of bridges the government is trying to do. There are lots of roads the government is trying to revive. Especially, you talk about the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. You talk about the Lagos or
why should we still be talking about Lagos-Ibadan Expressway?
Yeah, but if past administrations were not able to complete it, and this administration feels they were going to do it.
Are you sure that they too will complete it with the speed of work, and then with what you and I know is still outstanding? And that's the question. This is 120-kilometer road that was originally budgeted to cost about 176 billion naira to reconstruct and repair. Living, what that means is a kilometer will be costing over 1 billion naira. I mean, this is when you look at these figures, you just wonder who did the estimates, and still the job is being done at a very slow pace, not comparable with the amount that had gone into it. You won't be surprised, or rather I won't be surprised, if tomorrow there's a variation and then the cost also goes up.
Because the volatility of the naira
exactly
has,
because they tell you
inflation
they
goes up.
import a greater percentage of what they use for the construction, and then you can't fault that. That's the reality facing us. A lot of things are not right, and that's the problem. That's why Nigerians are worried about the loans.
Right. Well, we hope that the government has a good reason and will explain to Nigerians when the time comes. Now, let's delve into this issue of insecurity. This Nigeria says the bandits killed 7 in Zamfara state and kidnapped 32. And then if you flip it to the leadership newspaper, it's saying that after investing billions, states lament lingering security challenges. So one of the riders there, the last rider on the leadership, is saying that state police is the way out of all of these. And stakeholders are quoted at saying all of these. What do you make? We've sat down on this platform and talked about the issue of state police for so many months and several years.
What Lagos State government spends on Nigerian police force, Lagos State Command, is far more than what the federal government, who is the owner now of Nigerian police, spends. I may not know of other states because I don't know much about the economy.
The quote there is Lagos, Rivers, Borno, and Imo. The record said that they are the highest spenders on personnel, equipment, and logistics.
So much so that Lagos was the first to establish a security trust fund, which is being, money is being pumped in there. We can feel it. But the point is, we are still having increased cases of insecurity. The reasons are not far from us. Number one, the influx of people into Lagos has continued unabated. And when I say people, we're talking of non-skilled people, unskilled people, people who don't know how to do anything. Some don't even speak English. Okay, they can't communicate, yet they are here. Mugging was never a part of us. Last week, there were reported cases of mugging on Lagos streets. So much that we are now advising people, don't drive alone if you can. Have people with you. So if there's an attempt to mug you, help can come. All of you can resist. We've had cases of the space between the toll gate and the passing Alakpere area. Broad daylight, boys invading the place. There was a day the governor himself arrested 3 people with cutlasses. These issues are there because of the unmanaged population explosion.
But if you drive along that route you're talking about now, there seem to be some police presence.
They've been there. I mean, their presence stopped that. But are they there in the night? Because people move about. You may get caught in traffic and be passing that place at night. one of your staff on TVC Entertainment was recently attacked, and they smashed the side screen of a car.
Of a car, yeah.
Yeah, so people are not, we're not looking at the reasons why. Okay, when we have the constitution say people can live anywhere in Nigeria, fine. But to go and be doing what? You see people milling around.
No, but it's actually a mixed bag if you see it. Now the point there is, some people have come, like you said, some people have, come into Lagos without any skill at all. Yeah. Others have come into Lagos coming to learn skills.
Where?
So it's a mix of all those.
Where you can't communicate. How do you learn?
But somehow people are getting along.
That aspect,
like they say, Lagos is the micro of Nigeria. That everybody.
What that has done is to move responsibility of other state governments. Now, move them from where they were and dump them on Lagos State. The question should have been, what is the way forward? If we have a system where we can say, oh, we are coming from Ogun State, how many of you? 4,000. Your state will pay X amount before we allow you in.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That would be creating a lot of chaos.
It's not just coming.
Yeah.
It's not just coming in.
But that would create a lot of chaos.
Coming in to stretch an already overstretched facility.
But that would go against the Constitution.
Well, and that's why I said we
because you wouldn't need a visa to come from Benue to Lagos, or to come from Borno State.
Situation whereby some states are having their people dumped on another state, now increasing their burden. Yeah. Meanwhile, these are not tax-paying people. Okay.
Yeah, but
when they eventually get engaged,
the argument for that is that if you are going to say these people, you can't dump. You use the word dump.
That's dumping.
Yeah, okay.
Because they come in large numbers.
I won't see it that way, but let us just, for the sake of creating a scenario,
okay,
let's use it as the issue of use the word dump, and then these people come from various states, no skill, nothing, and then they are into Lagos. And then you're saying something should be done about it in such a way that the states from where they come from are maybe surcharged or something. How about the other, if you flip the coin, there are a lot of skilled personnel as well, medical doctors, professionals, engineers who are coming from other states, coming to Lagos to contribute to Lagos, making Lagos robust. Is Lagos going to pay the states where they come from some level of royalties or something?
You cannot take it that way.
Oh, okay.
Skill has come in now.
Okay.
They have a skill. They want to practice their skill. And then they want to be remunerated. They want a better life. The same way, the same people who leave Nigeria and go abroad. But we're talking of people who are, when I purposely call them burdens. Okay? It would have been different if you're a teacher, a licensed teacher, certified teacher. You come to town. You easily will get a school to teach. But when you come with no skill, you become a problem to the community, starting from whoever takes you in, the house, the immediate area, and then the local government, and to the state.
How about, let me pick one area that is becoming a little prominent now. Is the area of housemaids, where a lot of people are coming into Lagos, and then they now have kind of organizations now where they distribute housemaids. If you make a call and all of that, professional housemaids and all of that. There are people who originally came to Lagos without any skill. Yeah,
but that there is a law forbidding what we call housemaids, and there's a body, native, that is in charge of that. That is an illegality and should not be encouraged. And of late, we've had cases of maids murdering their employers.
And the other way around too.
Oh, another way. So there again, that's another socio-economic problem coming up. It should have been better if the Constitution has not allowed such seamless movement. In America, if you move from state to state, let them know that you have moved. You can't just move and say, oh, you are leaving New Jersey, going to New York. No.
That is where there is available data.
So
adequate
we have
data.
to begin to work in that direction.
Yes.
Without data, there can't be meaningful economic planning. And without meaningful economic planning, there can't be growth and development. The pressure on Lagos State government is far too much. We did a survey recently. We now discovered that at most junctions now, you have a growing number of beggars colonies. Okay? People just get out from there and then they form a gang of beggars. Those are not indices of a mega state. You know, it's not a plus for Lagos. For all the efforts that Lagos is putting in to grow a mega state and a mega city, and then you're having to accommodate all of that. It's uncalled for. So even if we have state police in Lagos, they will have a lot more jobs on their hands. And that's why now it's becoming increasingly unattractive to commute at night. You are not sure whether you will drive into a band of attackers.
All right. We look forward to a very profitable and an improved society in the new year. Let's see how things change for the better.
But sincerely, there must be sustainable discussion on these things. Because it's an emerging, hydra-headed and multifaceted problem. If we are allowed to blow in our faces, all the money being spent will be they will be made to look like wasted. And we should allow that to happen.
The impact will become eroded. All right. Thank you so much, Oladeinde Ariyo, for coming.
I'll see you next year.
Thank you. I'll see you next year. Thank you so much. Thank you.